Hi, I'm Eric Michael Kapp for Australian Racing Review, and welcome to this week's program. We're actually doing a radio-style podcast today because I've had a very busy last few days and just don't have time to do the video, but hopefully it'll accomplish the same purpose. We're going to talk about the major group races, feature races in Sydney at Rose Hill and Melbourne at Caulfield. So let's take a look at the track to begin with. We have a good 4, which may well get upgraded to a good 3. Good weather conditions, and the rail is out about 3 meters the entire circuit. So the feature race on the program is the $1 million Group 1 Golden Rose Stakes for the 3-year-olds. And let's take a look at the market right now. We've got Minari, firm favorite, but drifting a little at 225. Pariah at 650. Merchant Navy at 7s. Gold Standard at about 1150. Assimilate at 13. And down to the fillies there at $19 for Formality, 22 for Champagne Cuddles, 22 for Dracarys. Well, Minari couldn't have been more impressive winning the Run for the Roses. It's the traditional lead-up race. He was brilliant. He won in a dominant fashion by a length and a half from Pariah. Pariah does meet him about a kilo better, and the pattern of this race may well set up for him to turn the tables. They've both drawn out, as have most of the fancied runners. The interesting runner, of course, the Melbourne Colt Merchant Navy, unbeaten, 4 for 4. But Melbourne horses don't have a very good record in this race historically, neither do fillies. Formality, can't knock her. She's got excellent form and very good form around Pariah as well. She's won her last 2. Little question mark at the 1400. Champagne Cuddles has run the 1400, backing up from last week. Look, I'm going to stick with Minari, the favorite on this. I do think he's way under the odds. I've got him priced really at around 4 to 1 on my ratings, and I've got Pariah at 9 to 2, 9's Formality, Merchant Navy, 12's Champagne Cuddles, and then 14's Gold Standard, Carries and Assimilate at 15. But I'm going to stick with him. I'm going to have a saver on Pariah. I think one of the two will win it. I think Formality is way over the odds at about 20 to 1. I think she's got a great each-way place chance in this. And then Merchant Navy, well, he's the X factor here. We just don't know how good he is. It's very hard to line up the form. Melbourne horses traveling to Sydney for the first time oftentimes just don't handle the track. So he is drawn in. That may well help him. So I'm sticking with Minari on top with Pariah. One of the two will win it. Number 2 Minari from 3 Pariah. Next best Formality and Merchant Navy. That's number 13 and 7. And for those looking for a couple of other runners for their trifectas, 14 Champagne Cuddles, 4 Gold Standard, 9 Dracarys, and 10 Assimilate. Should be a great race, a great stallion-making race. It's been won by some really good horses over the years. And some of these horses will go on to the Caulfield Guineas, and some will be set probably for the Coolmore over the Flemington Carnival. So let's take a quick look at a couple of other selections on the program for a couple of the other feature races. Race number 5, the Shannon Quality. Look, I'm going to go for some value here in the top weight. Good Project is about $15. I think, each way, I think he's a good value in this race. If he were to get anywhere near his best form, he could easily win this. So I'm going to go with Good Project each way from 5, 9, 4, 11, and 8. Race 6, the Gloaming Stakes. I think the James Cummings horses will fight this out. Astoria and Sanctioned. Slight edge there to Astoria. He's at $2.80. Sanctioned right now is at $3.30. I'm going to take them in a Quinella. Number 8, Thy Kingdom Come at $11 for 3rd, and 2 Ace High, the High Chaparral Colt. He's around $9 right now for the multis. Race 8, the Golden Pendant. And I'm going with number 2, Oh My Sword, at $4.60. I think she's the co-favorite this morning. She's a class horse in this race. If she can just get back to anywhere near her best form, which saw her run second to Astern, I think, last year, she ought to just about win this. So, Oh My Sword for the Golden Pendant. So, those are our selections for Rose Hill. We'll be back in a moment with our selections and thoughts for the meeting at Caulfield. Now down to Caulfield, where we've got a good 3. The rail out about 9 meters, the entire circuit. And we're going to kick off in race number 4 with number 4, I Did It Again. Short price favorite at $2.45. Brilliant winner on debut. And I think it can win again. So that's 4, I Did It Again. Race number 5, we're going to go with number 2, Sosibon. Backing up from last week, going up to 1,400 meters. A little disappointing on face value, but this is a big drop in grade. And if he's going to have any chance at some of the bigger races this spring, such as a Toorak or a Emirates, then he's going to have to win this race. So 2, Sosibon on top. Race number 6, a Testarossa. And all eyes on number 3, Brave Smash. He's the $1.90 favorite. Slightly easy though. Assuming he runs, he's the one to beat again. I'm not going to take the short odds, but I've put him on top from number 6, El Divino. Meets him a little bit better at the weights. And maybe number 4, Fast and Rocking, if you're looking for some value for your multis. 1 and 7 as your next best. Over to the feature for the day, the Naturalism. This is a in and you win race for the Caulfield Cup. Pretty open field. I'm sticking with number 6, Stampede on top at $4.80 right now from 10, Abby Marie at $6, who ran a great second to Bonneville in the Dado. And 9, Amelie Star. Disappointing on face value last week at Flemington, but had no luck in the race, and as I said, you could put a line through that. She was my top pick initially. She drew out in 14. I think one of those 3 will win the race, but it's a very, very open race. And then over to race 8, and I really like Miss Rock in this. She's stepping down in class from the sprint at the Valley. Number 7, Miss Rock. She is drawn wide, but I think she'll be too good for him. From 6, Ravi, and 5, Furyk. So those are our selections for today's card at Caulfield. We'll be back at Caulfield next week for the Group 1 Underwood Stakes featuring Hartnell, Blackheart Bart. We've also got the Rupert Steele Grade 1 over 1,400 meters. So there'll be some wonderful Grade 1 racing there at Caulfield next week. I'm Eric Michael Kapp for Australian Racing Review. And if you enjoy this podcast and it's helpful to you, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel, hit the like button. And if you're able to win a few dollars, go ahead and consider being a patron and a supporter for ongoing programs during the spring carnivals and, of course, the autumn carnivals in Sydney and Melbourne. Thanks and good luck. And if you're going to bet, please bet responsibly. Cheers.